Hey everyone, it's Veiled Shot back at it in their Awaken Chaos Era video, and in this one I'm going to be re-going over the patch notes because they did some minor changes to the previous one. We were unsure if it was completely confirmed because they pulled back the patch and they decided to fix a couple and change a couple other things. So if you do want to check out the full breakdown on the patch notes, I will leave a link on the top right corner here to the card to the video if you want to check out that full breakdown. Now, we did go over a ton of the patch notes, but we were doing a ton of changes for the global launch. And speaking of global launch, it's going to be happening today in about 9 hours from now at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. As far as I know, it's still the same. So I will leave a link to the Discord for the official Awaken Chaos Era Discord in the description down below. If you want to check out the game, you can just get that extra information there. And then on top of that, I will be doing a 24-hour stream, which will happen in 3 hours, and that will be super exciting. I'm really excited about it at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, at least from when this video goes live, at least when I'm recording now, 3 hours from now. And the patch notes will be going live 2 hours after that, so we'll have to stop in the middle, but, we'll figure it out. So let's go ahead and head into those patch notes for global launch here. And again, most of these are the same. We have the, basic changes that we made. Again, I want to reiterate though, brand will be in the magic pass. For all of those people who are very cynical and criticizing the battle pass, it's as if they changed it into Tia, which is also by far a amazing legendary. Yes, they changed it to, yes, it's a fusible character, but it's still amazing legendary. They were all calling out the game for being a cash grab game, and then look at next Magic Pass is Brand, one on the grid, another amazing legendary, not a feasible character. So I just felt like I needed to point that out because there's a lot of cynical people out there, but the game just continues to kind of debunk those those ideas. So just wanted to mention that really quickly. And we're gonna go down and scroll all the way down here because pretty much everything is the same, but there's two things that I think are really important to note. And the first thing is Abaddon. So his trait was preemptively applying, meaning you needed the Ascension 2 to get massive damage out of Abaddon, but it was actually applying the Ascension 2 passive for when he was Ascension 0, so he was doing massive damage without being Ascension 2, and so they changed that, they fixed that bug, and now he doesn't do a lot of damage at all. But they changed it again, so they fixed that bug, now they're going to change it to where he does get a little bit of damage, so the trait now has a bonus damage from negative effects before Ascension, and then a higher bonus after Ascension. What that bonus is, unsure really, but at least he's getting extra damage. And then the damage coefficient from his A2 here is increased from 80 to 100%. And then he has different debuffs on his skill 1, which are very interesting. Overall, this is really solid. It makes Abaddon significantly more useful without the Ascension 2. Before, he's kind of like, he's there for a debuff bot without the Ascension 2, but now at least he does damage. But we'll still see later that he actually took another big nerf because they fixed another bug on Abaddon, so it's not really a nerf, it's just more of a bug fix because he was incorrectly applying something, and that's here. Fixed a mechanic error where Abaddon's ultimate ability would incorrectly prolong all negative effects. So for those of you that were using Scarlet or Santis with Abaddon, those combinations are going to be significantly reduced because you're not going to get the bleeds and the poisons prolonged. So just keep that in mind. You only get those negative status effects like the stat reductions, like attack down, things like that are going to be, extended. So just keep that in mind. And then the last thing, which is, pretty important, is Charles had incorrectly had the rage at 10 versus 5. And I think this was actually the case. Some people will say, oh, they're just going to make up an excuse to nerf someone. But the first thing I thought when I was thinking about Charles is I thought he actually had 5 rage because 5 rage is the typical amount. You look at Andre and you look at a couple other characters out there, the rage amount usually caps out at 5. So the fact that he had 10 rage was a little surprising to me, and it was definitely very overpowered. So he definitely needed a nerf. I think this is about as kind of what Charles' power level should be at, and I think he's still going to be excellent for Void Tower Hard. If you want to find out whether or not he's good, I will probably be building him. I already have him at 5 stars and maxed out glyphs because I was going to build him to 6 stars, but we will do that on stream today. So if you want to check out if he's still viable, I'm at 76 hard. We'll be pushing those higher level Void Tower stages, hopefully with Charles, or we will get stuck because, he's not as good as before. We'll see. So that pretty much wraps up the patch notes, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you do want to check out that stream, be sure to check out the link in the description down below, and I will see you there.